So guys, we do not have the catalyst yet, but I'm being told that the catalyst essentially will auto reload the weapon or auto reloads it over time. And I think it also overfills it, which is nice. But rapidly landing precision, it causes targets to become slow. Takes four precision hits, but you do not have to land all 4 on the same target. You can carry it from one target to another. Tithing Harvest. Precision final blows while creeping attrition is active, creates a stasis shard that returns to you. Collecting stasis shards refills the magazine. That's another way to auto reload the weapon. Now my question is, with something like Elemental Charge, can we obtain an armor charge by this part, by Tithing Harvest? Let me just make sure. Let me just see. You should. So I've got the little small bit of overshield. Look how fast it tracks back. All right, so it's kind of coming. So it applies slow. 2 more shots, it applies freeze. You'll see that? Makes that noise. There he goes. You can get an armor charge. All right. So we can get an armor charge, which is nice. It's not guaranteed or nothing, but it's an easy way to pick up some extra damage there. And you see how it tracks to you. Now, 4 applies to slow. Okay, I know I missed a precision shot. 2 more shots, applying the freeze. And then you got the shatter damage. 2, 4. And you know, you have other ways to play into this. I can come over here and do that, and boom, I can pick that up and I have an armor charge, right? Absolute dog water. You know, the more I play with it, guys, the more I think it's actually a lot better than what we are giving it credit for. Again, based on the leaks say that the catalyst, which the catalyst is supposed to drop from deep dives, but I have not gotten a drop yet, and I've not seen anyone get a drop yet. Based on the catalyst and what was leaked, the catalyst should overfill the magazine. In my opinion, the catalyst should be headstone. That seems like that would make this scout rifle amazing. We'll get a confirmation. If somebody does get the exotic catalyst, we'll get a confirmation today on that. Lore, we're gonna look at the lore in just a second. Lore, you, a champion more standard bearer of violence, let your march be endless. Let brutality be thy whetstone, warmonger of the sky. With wicked implementing grip, sharpen love and conquest, set loose the chill of death, reap weakness from the weak. Through your violence, own your edge. All ties to the black edge, all ties to Zivur wrath. Raise high my bleeding banner, sing battle and become a god of death. On the horizon, face me in glory. All right, so is it like a challenge being issued here? I don't know, Zivur's got like the hots for us, you know? I feel like if you fight good, she's just like, you're so sexy. Hold my banner, please. You're so fucking, I can't wait till we fucking fight. You're so hot. You kill more hive, it's so hot. I don't know, that's just kind of what I'm getting from her, right? That's some nasty imagination. Do y'all not picking up on that? Y'all for real are not picking up? How do y'all not see that? She's so turned on. What? That's her thing. Nice. Chat, what's 64 times 3? I can't math right now. We got to see what it can 3-tap. There it is. There's that 3. 192. All right. What is that, chat? 5 resilience? What's my recovery at?
It's not over until I sing, Guardian. And I never sing. Finish them.
I can take it.
10 seconds. End them.
So I didn't get it right there. Hold on. Oh, I didn't pick them up. That's why. They're not tracking to me. There we go. Easy way to top us off. We've got a potential 3-tapper on us. All right. Okay.
Double down.
Woo!
Strength in numbers.
Beautiful. Look, I got the armor boost. Yeah. Look at the scout rifle, so I'm playing kind of careful.
I envy your strength, Titan.
All right, so got armor charge.
You're in the lead. Double down. And that's why we have fire team.
Perfect. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's pick these up. Top our armor charge off. Let's go. Tracks to me. No. It didn't give me the armor charge. It's definitely a lower chance.
Zone A lost.
That was a 3-tap if I would have actually landed that shit. See, that slows him. That slowed him.
Zone B captured.
That's
Zone
beautiful.
advantage is 2 for 1.
Perfect.
That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. 5 minutes remain. A strong start.
Okay.
Fight on. Keep it up, and victory is yours. Zone C lost.
All right. See, look, it's got creeping attrition on the side, but the slow is now gone. So you have a window there in which you could apply that slow. No lie, guys. The scout rifle. Look. It's not my favorite. You know, it's not the craziest thing we've ever gotten, but it's got some playmaking potential. If you build into it, if you're using a stasis subclass and taking advantage of shards, armor charge, it can 3-tap. It does have that ability. So Mario, I want you to pop a number of supers. We're going to go in mayhem. I just want to see how this thing reacts towards supers. All right, pop your super. I'm just curious. I'm going to see. You just sit there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the... Okay, so you can't even... You're not actually even going to be able to pull that off. DJ, pop your super. I may have to... both of you guys pop your supers at the same time. And I'm actually going to... So it does freeze, but you essentially break right out of it. I definitely would not look at this as a super counter. So something to take note of, guys. After landing 3 crits, you get creeping attrition there, right? That's what applies to slow. And you do have a little bit of forgiveness there. I think let's actually check this. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. Okay, around like 4. I probably was kind of slow there. So maybe 4.5 seconds if it's matching things like rampage, kill clip and stuff. You have a little bit of forgiveness to finally land that shot. Now my question is, can we wait in between each one of these shots? You can. You can. It's actually got some pretty good forgiveness there. But you land that. Okay, so pop your supers again, both of you. You see what it would be like to freeze. Pop your supers. Yeah, so I mean, it's able to freeze. That's cool and all. You're not really getting any shatter damage out of it here. Don't look at this gun as the... This is not Dead Man's Tale with Vorpal back in the day countering supers. Okay? I've got creeping attrition. Yeah, I mean, you get the freeze off, but the freeze is in PvP. That's not what's really. I mean, it's nice. Most of the time, the targets are going to be dead. Secondly, you're not going to be able to land that many consecutive precision hits. Don't look out. Don't try to go out in the middle of the open and counter a super with this scout rifle. Is what I'm trying to say, guys. It is meant for laning people inside of like PvP, getting some slow off and keeping them from dipping back into cover. Oh, I'm just missing all of that shit. All right, we need to talk about the scout rifle. First up, the exotic catalyst is dropping from deep dives. You can get it today. It's similar to like Agriceptor, where it's just a random RNG drop. I don't want to go through it because I know what's going to happen. We're going to have to break out the Tito's. I'm going to be 30 shots deep with no caddy. I can already anticipate this. And if that's going to happen, let's just put that off until tomorrow because I still have to make a guide on this. With that being said, though, Wicked Implement is actually a pretty cool exotic. It really is. I like it inside of PvP. I thought that it was really, really cool whenever someone would peek me. I was fighting someone else. I'd already land 2 or 3 crits, and then I would hit them with the slow shot here. And it was awesome because they would try to dip back into cover, or they would freak out in that 1v1, and they would be easy cleanup because they couldn't move. The moment they looked away, the moment they tried to dip back in cover, they were screwed because they were slowed. They couldn't do anything about it. I actually think that Wicked could have been a phenomenal PvE scout rifle had they gave it Headstone as its exotic catalyst. That's just my opinion. I know that it applies slow and I know that it applies freeze, but you're going to be running against targets and you're not always going to be able to apply creeping attrition to them. You're not always going to be able to even apply those things to them. So you have to get precision final blows while creeping attrition is active to create the stasis shard. And simultaneously, it's the shots that follow after applying the slow that results in the freeze because you're applying extra slow. The point I'm trying to make is that if it was just Headstone flat out, even if you were hitting minor ads, red bar ads with low health, you're getting that AoE freeze damage off without having to build up to creeping attrition. Because 9 times out of 10, things are dead. Things will be dead before you can apply the freeze and the AoE damage. I felt like that would have been amazing. Don't get me wrong, overflowing the weapons magazine is something beneficial. Yes, picking up any stasis shard will auto reload the weapon. And with the catalyst, will auto reload the weapon and overflow the weapon. But I just feel like that would have brought everything full circle here to make it like the ultimate stasis scout rifle. With that being said though, because it applies slow and because it applies freeze, it dips into your different abilities here encountering champions, whether that's stasis slow for overload or freeze here for unstoppable champions. You got to work up to it there, especially for unstop. So, you know, be careful. You might be dead. You know what I mean? It's not anywhere as immediate as like a Riptide would be. That's what I'm saying. I don't see myself using Wicked Implement inside of PvE. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to use it more inside of PvP than I would in PvE.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.